I feel like I'm standing in front of a crowd of 1,001 people. This video is finally here. This long-awaited video that everyone wanted me to make. My Ancestry DNA results have been in for a week. I actually looked at them when I first got them. I couldn't help it, guys. I'm sorry. I highly recommend anyone doing this. I will be inserting screenshots of everything, but my laptop is here. If anyone's thinking about doing it, it's $100 plus shipping. I think it came out to $107. I actually got it like as a kind of gift for my mom because she actually doesn't know her father. I've shared that before on this channel, but my mom doesn't know her dad, and so there's always been this ongoing mystery of like what we are. Came just in time before she came to visit me for my graduation. Which was like, wow, stars aligned. But yeah, I want to get right into it. I do want to say, disclaimer, I still don't really believe in breaking myself down in percentages. There's also a GED match that I want to talk about, another analysis that I've done that has a little bit different results than this one, but I'll talk about that towards the end of the video. So let's get into it! Here is the map of the overview of where everything that's in me is from in this world. Let's get more specific. So let's start with Africa. I am 20% African. She's not black at all. She's lying. This whole YouTube channel is a lie. Why would you lie about being black? I'm sorry, what? Not even sitting here saying that I am a black woman or anything at all. I've never said that. I never sat here and said that I'm 50% or 75%. I literally just said that I was black, white, Native American. That is what I came onto YouTube saying. I never gave myself percentages. You guys did. Obviously I had an idea of what I was, but this clarified it a little bit more. Cameroon and Congo make up most of it, 8%. And then Senegal, Nigeria, Ivory Coast / Ghana, Benin and Togo and Mali, which is so fascinating because I feel like people always ask about the European descent of people, like what kind of white are you? No one ever asks about the African countries that make up black people or people of color. So it's pretty fascinating to actually know for sure now like what parts of Africa I descend from. So booyah, haters! Nothing really changed for me, by the way. Like after seeing this, like one or two things might have changed, like my perspectives of things, but nothing really changed. Like I'm still Casey, like I've always said in every video. Probably the biggest shocker to everyone if you've been watching me for a really long time and you've heard me say my race, I got 0% Native American. 0, not even less than 1%, because other races on here show less than 1%, like they traced at least that. I got 0% Native American. I have been raised to know Native American culture so much. That's all my mom has ever talked about. That's all we've known. That's all I've read about. It's like influenced so much of the things I buy. Like all my friends would know that like I buy super Native American type of things. 0%. Although we're gonna talk about GED match later. That's the other website I mentioned earlier. We'll talk about it later, but that actually, Native American actually did come up on that website. So I don't really know. But this one says 0%, and that is crazy. It kind of goes to show you that we just go by what our parents tell you. Like when I saw that, I was just like, wow, we literally just go by whatever your parents say. Like when your parents are like, yeah, we're black, white, Native American. Like I would have never questioned it. It's my mom. Of course that's right. Like why would she lie? Like she didn't know she was lying. That's what she was raised to be known that she was. Like it's just weird how it gets passed down to generations and generations, and now I finally have like the answers of how Native American we are, and we're not. Which, I'm not gonna lie, like kind of killed me a little bit. Not that like I want to be a Native American, but like it's like being raised to know you're Italian and you ate Italian food all your life and like, I don't know, all that culture of Italianness. And then you take this test and you're not Italian at all. You're like, wait, what? I'm not really mad or upset. And like I said, nothing changes, I guess, except my answer for when people ask me, what are you? I'm not Native American. I can't say that. So moving on to Europe, I am 79% European. The only thing about Ancestry.com that's a little bit of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie, is that it's pretty vague, especially at least when it comes to Europe. Like, okay, I'm Western European, and we can see on this map, like Germany and France and Switzerland and Italy and the Netherlands, Austria, like there's just so much highlighted right there, and like even United Kingdom and Denmark are touched, Poland, Spain even a little bit, like that's a lot of things I could be, and like I just wish I could get more answers. But so 42% that, I'm 27% Irish, which I really didn't know about. We always had a feeling, my mom kind of always was suspect that her father was Irish. She never really knew for sure, and now she knows for sure. I really felt good to like give my mom closure on that because she was always curious. And then 7%, this is another one that I'm like, could this be more specific? Iberian Peninsula. So like that's Spain mainly targeted, and Portugal, but also Africa is in that circle. Morocco is in there, you know what I mean? And like France again, Italy again, Switzerland again, United Kingdom. I need more answers. And then trace regions. Basically trace regions are like a very small amount, but there is traces of this within my DNA, but they couldn't be like as big as the other categories. These are pretty interesting. 2% Scandinavian. That's so cool. This is also cool. Like, I'm sorry, I get so happy every time I look at this because it's just like, I can say that I'm partially that. Like, if someone asks, like, are you Scandinavian? Like, a little bit. Like, I mean, I'm not Scandinavian, like, full, obviously, but I mean, my bloodlines go back to it, so. And then less than 1% Italian or Greek, which was also really fascinating to me, although obviously less than 1%, like, barely Italian or Greek. But I always get, like, are you Italian? Do you have Italian in you? And like, I kind of technically do, but I'm gonna keep repeating myself. I'm not gonna go around saying that I'm Italian or like whatever. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but like, I'm not. Less than 1%. This next one was the biggest shocker to my family and I. Polynesian. What? None of us had any idea at all. Again, only 1%, so like, I'm not about to preach that I'm Polynesian, but still had zero idea that that was in my bloodlines at all. That's crazy. That's like, I'm a Pacific Islander, what? I guess that's the only thing that happened when I got this that kind of changed things. I'm like, how do I answer people when they ask now? I'm probably still gonna be like a human being, fuck you. But, no, I'm just kidding. But if I get into a serious conversation with somebody, like talking about what we all are or whatever, like, I don't really know. I'll probably just bring this up and be like, take it. I don't know. But yeah, that is my Ancestry DNA. That is what makes up Casey. You all have been like, you need to get a blood test. You need to get this test. You need to see if you're actually black or you're actually African, whatever. I didn't really take the test for the haters or for people that had those things to say. I literally took it for my mom. Like, it was really 99% for her. Really quick, I just want to talk about this other website because it's kind of confusing my shit up. And I need to know if anyone else is like into the genetic world and stuff and you know science and stuff. So gedmatch.com, someone who actually watches my videos, messaged me on Ancestry DNA and we were apparently like fourth cousins, which is like, what? But she was like, you should try gedmatch.com because you can get more specific results. Basically, Ancestry.com, when you take your DNA test, they give you these raw DNA files like about your chromosomes and all that like scientific stuff and all that stuff, right? So you download those raw files. It's like a zip file, and you can upload it to other websites that will break those down even more. So I uploaded them to GEDmatch, and the results were a little different because they have like a whole super complex way of determining your ethnicity. Because they have like different calculators, and I don't even understand it. If anyone is familiar with GEDmatch, SOS, because I really want to figure it out. Because a few like, I don't know how to describe it without you like actually being familiar with the website, but the few times that I put in my information and like did there's different calculators you can pick from and different systems basically you can pick from to calculate your results. And I did so many different combos and I just like, some said something, some didn't. Like Indian came up on one, like not a lot, but I think like 2% Indian, like Indian. Siberian came up on one. Native American came up 2%. For one of the results. More African countries came up. Like, I don't know, it gave me more specific things, but it gave me so many different ones and I don't know. I'm just straight up confused about that website and I'm trying to figure it out. So if anyone wants to give me like a crash course like genetics for dummies, then that would be greatly appreciated. Or gedmatch.com for dummies. Please help. I don't know, but ultimately I was super fascinated. I'm super happy I did this. I honestly want to take another one from another place just to see the accuracy of this one, or at least get like my mom to take it or someone else around me to take the test. But yeah, that is the video you all bugged me about for forever. It is finally out here. I will probably refer back to this video all the time. I can't believe I finally did it. I'm really glad that I did it. Again, I highly recommend it to anyone that is like just curious at all. Just to anyone really, like it's just so cool to see. You also get to see, like I mentioned, like fourth cousins and things, like who you possibly could be related to. And that's like, what? That's so crazy. It's just all really fascinating. I think I said fascinating 80 times in this video. Leave your mean comments or judgmental things if you want. If you unsubscribe or look at me any differently because of this video, then I guess we weren't really friends to begin with. So better off without you. Do obviously still consider myself mixed. Just not as mixed with other things I thought I was, but black and white, that is what I am. I'm not going to shun 20% of me or the culture that I was raised around. So yeah, but fuck percentages and pie charts, guys. But yeah, I'm finally done. I'm like sweating because I'm a little nervous. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Another one. Wet Willie's, baby.